Welcome back, YouTube, to Peterson Auto. Today we're going to do a little bit of plastic welding. What I am doing here is I'm actually modifying trim pieces. This is off of the 96 where I put the double-din radio in. You can see I had to make some cuts. Here's another spot I had to make a cut. We're actually going to go ahead and fill it in with plastic. As you can see, I have already done on this one. So, this is next. So first thing you want to do is you want to get yourself some plastic. I bought these legit plastic rods from Harbor Freight in the Harbor Freight plastic welding kit. Goes that way. So yeah, the Harbor Freight plastic welding kit came with the gun here. It's like a big soldering iron. See it right there. You can see it's glowing red hot in here actually. It's getting nice and warm. Big soldering iron. And these plastic rods, which actually I didn't bother reading the directions or instructions beforehand or opening the box. So I also bought a pack of these plastic rods. So I did the black rods on this trim piece here, and then we're going to use the gray rods on this piece here. So first thing you want to do is get your plastic welder, and the area you want to plastic weld, let me get a good hand position for you here. You kind of want to just melt a little bit of it, get it warmed up, get it hot. Do not try to inhale the fumes. Apparently they're not very good for you. But after you got some parts in there that are now somewhat melted, you can see there, you can start taking your rod and putting your rod in. Fortunately, you need two hands for this. But you put your rod in. You take your plastic welding gun. Just melt it in. Just keep melting it in. We'll get into a gelatinous blob. Probably should have a mask on for this. At least I should. So I'm trying to do detail work. But just keep melting it in. Melting it in. And adding more and more material there. Something else I've done is you can use your soldering iron plastic welder to cut it and then add your piece in. This stuff's actually turning kind of black. I didn't have that much of the black on this tip, so I don't know. You can kind of see, there we go. I'm adding more material in. I actually caught this edge here, which I'm going to be covering this piece, so that's not going to matter too much. Let me go ahead and try a couple different techniques here. For this, all I'm really doing is building up the material. I want to have it thicker. There we go. And what I'm going to do is, after I get it nice and thick, I'm going to sand it down. Okay, YouTube, we've got a good bit of plastic on this now, as you can see. Yeah, it's smoothed out decently. We can peel this piece off. The fumes from here. Plastic are toxic. And while it's still kind of warm, you can usually peel off little pieces like that. So why I don't recommend breathing them in. Pretty stationary. The kit also came with some wire mesh here. It won't kill you. You'll look. You can use that for reinforcement. Just put it on the back, wherever you need, like you're repairing or cracking something. So there we got a good bit built up. Meld it in with the. So I'm gonna mash it into some of the original plastic here. Soldering iron thing. Let's get it mixed up a bit. Just meld it in. But I'm not repairing a crack. This is not structural at all. So we're not going there. Together is one gelatinous block. But I do have a lot of it filled in. Some nice mass there. It's still warm, but it's solid. So the next step is to go ahead and start smoothing it out like that. I'm gonna actually go ahead and do a lot of whatever I'm gonna do with it. This piece may just get painted. Smoking needs cleaned. The kit came with a brush, which you can use to clean it. Leaning a different direction with it. What I think you're gonna do is actually wind it on, cutting it off. And different temperatures will melt differently. So if you use a soldering iron, you gotta unplug and plug. This is a jet. I'm gonna start by smoothing the edge down and see how it goes. And if I need to cut it, I'll just cut it. Assuming you don't have to plug and unplug. But that's mostly attached in there. I could do a little bit more work to get it attached in better. You can see how it is. So we're going to go off camera for a little bit and get this finished up. And I actually like the black stuff better. I'm going to probably continue with that. It smokes a lot less and seems to work better. So I'm not sure. They're both should be PVC. But yeah, seems to smoke a lot less and work a lot better. So we're going to probably continue with that since this is turning black anyway. And I'll be back with a finished product. Okay, YouTube, we've got a good bit of plastic on this now, as you can see. Yeah, it's smoothed out decently. We can peel this piece off here. And while it's still kind of warm, you can usually peel off little pieces like that. Once it hardens up, though, it's pretty stationary. The kit also came with some wire mesh here. You'll look. You can use that for reinforcement. Just put it on the back, wherever you need, like you're repairing or cracking something. Put it on the back and then meld it in with the plastic welder soldering iron thing. You know, just meld it in. But I'm not repairing a crack. This is not structural at all. So we're not going there. But I do have a lot of it filled in. Some nice mass there. It's still warm, but it's solid. So the next step is to go ahead and start smoothing it out for whatever I'm going to do with it. This piece may just get painted, but I'm kind of leaning a different direction with it. What I think I'm going to do is actually wind up cutting it off right about here, or just smoothing all these edges down. I'm not sure which yet. I'm going to start by smoothing the edges down and see how it goes. And if I need to cut it, I'll just cut it. There's a bezel that fits between here and here for the radio. And it will cover a good bit of it. So, you know, I kind of got a trial and error on this one. But we're going to see how it goes. But after you've done your repair, be it this one here or this one here, you can go ahead and sand, file, and shape it. You can use your lukewarm plastic welder just to warm up and smooth the edges some. I unplugged this not too long ago, and you can see how it's smoothing things out better. So I may even try to do a little more shaping before I go ahead and sand. Just put an edge on everything, which we can try with this piece over here and see how that works. We do have a decently beveled edge now. I'm going to try sanding that again for you real quick, just to see what we get out of it. Pick off the excess, like I said, you can do that. But you can now see how there's a decent bevel on that. I'll probably flatten this edge out a little bit more, hit it to bevel it again, and then smooth the backside down. Then it'll be ready to be vinyl wrapped, and that'll be good enough. This other one, like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might paint it, or I might go ahead and just wrap it in a vinyl with a leather look, and see how that goes too. So those are our two options on this one, and our one option we're doing on this. And hopefully I'm going to have a couple more videos for you here, detailing the rest of this interior update on the 96 F250 crew cab short bed, which we're going to be doing door panels. We're going to be doing reupholstering door panels, vinyl wrapping, all these plastic trim pieces that go about belt line high around the interior. We're going to be painting the interior black, and a couple other things. So make sure you keep watching, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Peterson Auto.